Hello and thanks for staying with us. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has officially commissioned the Federal Operation Unit in Ogun State alongside other projects as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. Also on Customs report, CG speaks on the single window operation in the country. Plus, more report. I am Igiseme Edie. Stay tuned. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria so declared open the Federal Operation Unit and other projects in Nigerian Customs Service in Ogun State. He was accompanied by the Country General of Nigerian Customs Service, the Governor of Ogun State, alongside the former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, with other area controllers present at the occasion, and also the controller in charge of FOU was also present at the occasion.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has commissioned a newly constructed Federal Operations Unit FOU Zone A office complex of the Nigerian Customs Service in Ikperu, Ogun State, marking a major milestone in the service's ongoing expansion and reform efforts. Speaking during the commissioning ceremony on Saturday, 4th April 2026, the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, said the development was driven by the need to balance the service's core mandates of revenue generation, trade facilitation, and enforcement with improved welfare and working conditions for personnel. He noted that the expansion became necessary due to increasing operational demands and limited space at existing facilities in Ikeja, Lagos.
Well, basically what led to this is the need for us to balance the discharge of our mandates, the basic mandates, revenue generation, trade facilitation and enforcement, with the need to enhance the welfare of our officers, produce a good working environment for them, and do something about training facilities in Lagos. So you know that all of the facilities that we're moving here are concentrated in just one small space in Ikeja. When we joined the service over 30 years ago, this was a very big place. It was a very big place for us. It was enough to accommodate all of those activities. But over the years, the operations of the service, the size of the service, the scope of our mandate have really expanded, and we needed a bigger space that is more conducive. And we're happy that we found in His Excellency Governor Dapo Abiodun the partnership that ensured that we got enough space to move all those bases to this place. So we are indeed very grateful to him. I must also pay glowing tribute to my predecessor, who actually started this project. It was his doggedness that ensured that we got the land, over 50 hectares, that we are using for this. So we've just commissioned the Federal Operations Unit. They will be moving here as soon as possible. It's already been furnished. I don't know if some of you entered. The accessories that would ensure the proper functioning of the facilities are also being done. Provision of a modern armory. And then, of course, you know that this is the warehouse directly opposite this facility. This warehouse will also support the warehouse at the nearby aviation village. Of course, you also know that we have the training college that is also been here. So it is in fulfillment of our mandates, our operations are increasing, and we needed more space that is comfortable and that's convenient for all of us.
What about the billion naira projects? Can you just give us an average of what this costs?
Average means we divide the total with the volume. So I'm not sure what the average is. This was conceived to be in the region of 73 billion naira. But of course, between inception and now, a number of things have happened. We are now in the process of seeking Mr. President's understanding that we might need to vary what was originally approved. We are only 45%, in the execution of the project that we have done here. And so we still have a fairly long way to go. And it will be our interest, it will give us delight if Mr. President would give us the enablement to finish this during his tenure, during his first tenure.
He commended the Ogun State Governor, His Excellency Dakpon Abiodun, for his partnership in the relocation project, while also paying tribute to his predecessor, Colonel Ahmed Ali, retired, for initiating the project, describing his efforts as instrumental in laying the foundation for the current progress. On funding, the Customs Boss disclosed that the project was initially estimated at 73 billion naira, but evolving economic realities may necessitate a review of the approved costs. The CGC further disclosed that the service has already commenced operations at the nearby cargo airport, which was commissioned the same day, with officers actively engaged in terminal operations and cargo handling.
We're already at the airport. Our officers are already there. We had our officers who are in the tarmac, who are in the terminal building, and we also had our officers who performed tallying when Mr. President was asked to witness the offloading of the first cargo airport. So we are already there. The facilities have been provided for us. His Excellency the Governor has been engaging with us in the last 6 months. We've undertaken a lot of visits to the place just to let him know that this is what the requirements will be, and he has largely met those requirements, and we don't have any doubt in our mind that by the time they start cargo and international flights, there is enough space for customs operations.
The expansive project site is expected to accommodate about 142 buildings, including the training college, multi-purpose halls, and a sports complex, reinforcing the service's long-term vision for modernization and institutional growth.
You are watching the program Customs Report.
The Nigerian Institute of Journalism, NIJ, has conferred its prestigious fellowship on the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, in a special convocation ceremony marked by tributes, reflection, and a major institutional endowment. The event, held at the Institute's campus, drew an array of eminent personalities across journalism, public service, and academia, including veteran media icon Sam Amuka Pemu and respected journalist Ray Ekpo, both of whom were acknowledged for their enduring contributions to journalism in Nigeria.
I feel so inspired. I feel so delighted for a number of reasons. First, the recognition is a very big honor for me, and it's also a personal challenge for me to continue to do what we do to ensure that we build the capacity of this generation of journalists and communication professionals. What we are trying to do is to draw attention to the fact that there are capacity gaps in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the learning facilities that are here. And what we have done today has provided me an opportunity to come and say thank you to NIJ, this institution that has contributed to my, professional development, and find an opportunity to reinvest back into the institution. When we were here almost 40 years ago, it is regrettable that nothing much has changed in terms of the learning environment. And things are changing now. This magnificent hall donated by Sir Kesintin was there, helping students to improve their learning condition. We're also trying to put up something, to bring, multimedia environment to our journalists. So I only task them to take the best, make the best use of the facilities that have been provided by alumni, and challenge them that they should also approach life with determination, so that they will also come back one day and give back to the institution that has helped to build them.
Chairman of the NIJ Governing Council, Olusegun Oshoba, described the conferment as historic, noting that Adeniyi becomes the first alumnus of the institute to receive the fellowship. He said that the honor is reserved for individuals with landmark achievements in their professions and national life, stressing that the decision to honor the customs boss was unanimous.
Whenever the President and I discuss those who have contributed to the success of this administration, it's always one of those that we mention. Why? He raised the contribution of you, officers and members of the customs all over the country, contributing from just billions of naira to the federation account and raised to trillions of naira. These are factual issues. He was elected chairman of the World Custom. So, not only recognition by NIJ, not only recognition by the president, not only recognition by Nigeria, the world body recognized his services and elected him chairman. That's not a mean achievement. The first Nigerian to be chairman of the World Council of Customs. Aside all this development, we are proud of him that he continued, beside developing Nigeria, beside developing custom, he continued with his own self-development. He went on to write his thesis, and now I hope I will be at the graduation. He is now a PhD holder, not honorary counsel, not honorary counsel. He earned his PhD by the work that he did, his dissertation and everything, and presented successfully. Everything in his life he earned. So we are therefore not awarding this fellowship cheap.
The Nigerian Customs Service has stepped up its reform drive with the launch of an artificial intelligence-focused capacity building program aimed at strengthening revenue generation, remittances, and reconciliation processes across its operations. The high-level training held on Monday at the Abuja Continental Hotel brought together senior customs officers, technology experts, and members of legislative oversight committees, in what officials describe as a strategic push to entrench transparency and efficiency in public financial management. The initiative underscores a deepening collaboration between the service and the National Assembly of Nigeria, as both institutions seek to modernize governance systems and close long-standing accountability gaps in revenue administration. Speaking at the event, Comptroller General of Customs Adewale Adeniyi said the service is leveraging emerging technologies to strengthen oversight and improve its understanding of global trade dynamics.
The
objective is the same. We are all united in a very strong resolve to ensure transparency in public accounting. We are united by a common objective of achieving fiscal discipline and, of course, bringing some holding us to account in our duty of revenue generation. I'm happy that DCG Tariff and Trade has made reference to the fact that over the last 20 years, technology has evolved and technology has played a very, very important role to help us in very important aspects of our operation. Now we have risk management systems that help us to manage the volumes of trade that we handle. And through risk management, we are also able to delve into other areas like post-clearance audits, like authorized economic operator program. And it has also helped us to understand patterns and trends of international trade. About 3 or 4 years ago, the World Customs Organization launched the introduction of AI into the HS system, which allows users of the HS, the harmonized system, to use machine learning to be able to understand perfectly, more importantly, how you make classification in the tariff. We have also made extensive use of AI in the non-intrusive space. Now we have scanners that are AI-enabled that can actually lead image analysis to predict the kind of objects that may be concealed. We're therefore delighted about the involvement of AI, revenue generation, issue of remittances, and reconciliation for Nigeria Customs Service.
The Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service has been speaking on the single window operation in the country. He speaks more on a number of issues.
This is coming out of a deliberate, intentional vision of Mr. President to create this enabling environment for trade to thrive in Nigeria. We want to see how we make Nigerian trading environment more competitive. We want to decongest our ports. We want to, reduce dwell time of cargo. So all those key indices of trade facilitations are the heart of the reforms that Mr. President is carrying out in our ports. And these are demands that we also make. So each time we have stakeholder engagement with you, you want customs to de-emphasize revenue generation and key into what is happening in other parts of the world. Now we cannot have a better opportunity than this. So all it remains for us will be to join our hands together, sync whatever differences that may exist, either in our conception or understanding of single window, and ensure that we all key into it and ensure the success. So we've started well, it has been subtle, and we have worked this kind of, journey together with you before. When we transitioned from ASICUDA to ASICUDA Plus Plus to ASICUDA World to NICES 1, NICES 2 to Bodogu, there has been issues that we have to. There has been complaints, who bears the cost of this, revenue we suffer and things like that. We've learned lessons from those experiences. It is time for us to bring those lessons to bear, as we roll out national single window. I want to believe the optimism is not misplaced because we have seen it work in other places. We have seen it work in smaller clients than us. And we are always ready to use those ones as examples. So now, as we are the biggest player in the sub-region, it's now an opportunity for us to reap the maximum benefits from national single window. So it imposes obligation on government. Government is doing this. It also imposes similar obligations on all of us. For us to understand it, so the training is very important. For us to also tell our importers that it has to be an environment of compliance so that it makes it easier for us. So when you want to ask for trade facilitation you must also give compliance. So it makes it easier. So on behalf of Mr. President, on behalf of the Chairman NRS, on behalf of the facilitators of National Single Window, I want to really express gratitude to all of you for the support that you have demonstrated so far. It's not a political arena where I'm sitting to show that you are here in your big numbers and you are here to support the rollout of National Single Window. So I want to believe that Nigerian trade environment will continue to move forward with this National Single Window. There are lots of other activities that we just come in from a workshop with PEBEC, organized by PEBEC, to see how we can improve the joint inspection environment. Very soon we are going to be rolling out an SOP that would help us to really, address the challenges that are associated with joint inspection, more deployment of scanner, reducing containers that are going to be for inspections and things like that. So I really thank you so very much.
The Nigerian Revenue Service, NRS, the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, and the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, on Tuesday conducted an assessment visit to the National Single Window NSW office in Apapa, Lagos, to evaluate progress, identify challenges, and chart a path forward for the newly launched Trade Facilitation Platform. NRS Chairman Dr. Zach Adedeji acknowledged President Bola Tinubu's role in finally bringing the long elusive project to fruition after multiple failed attempts of the past.
One of the reasons why we failed in the past is lack of this political will and understanding of the stakeholders. You can see he is personally here to just inspect that things are going on, because we are less than just 2 weeks that we've launched this one now. So thanks to President, thanks to all the stakeholders, and most importantly, the group that we've put together, and also to Nigeria, because this is what Mr. President promised, and by his grace, we are delivering it.
Since the launch is to meet, periodically at the back end, to see what is happening, what challenges they are facing. Like I did emphasize during the launch, when you launch a project of this magnitude, we must expect some glitches, some teething problems here and there. This is not an exception. We've been experiencing those glitches, and we've been working together as a team under the National Single Window to confront those challenges and to ensure that we get over them and we move on. Initially, we had issues with uploading manifests from DHL. We got over that. We had issues with the shipping company. We got over that. Training is going on. There has been stakeholder acceptance, buy-in by all of them. And you could see here that they are also undergoing those training programs. So, and I'm happy that the DG PEBEC is also here to see the practical demonstration and commitments of Nigeria Customs and other agencies of government to the implementation of National Single Window.
While reacting to concerns about teething problems raised by stakeholders, Dr. Adedeji assured that the government would cushion the financial impact on traders grappling with initial operational difficulties.
The coordinator of the Wild Wind operation in the country has visited Seme Border Command, where he's had a meeting with the new area controller, saying that the command will continue to support the Wild Wind as approved by the government.
The national coordinator of Operation Whirlwind, Deputy Comptroller Abubakar Lucky Aliyu, has been touring various customs units and commands nationwide to strengthen collaboration with area controllers and tackle petroleum smuggling. Since his appointment, Aliyu has visited several key locations, including Idiroko Border, Oyo Osun Command, Kebbi and Kano Commands, and Adamawa and Taraba Customs. His recent visit to Seme Badagry Command aimed to enhance efforts against smugglers and ensure effective border control. Aliyu emphasized that smuggling harms Nigeria's economy, fuels insecurity, and causes artificial scarcity of petroleum products. He assured that Operation Whirlwind is prepared to dismantle illegal petroleum marketing networks. The Seme-Badagry Command has pledged to support the operation and encourage genuine trade facilitation. Comptroller Keila, Area Comptroller of Seme-Badagry Command, assured of adequate policing of the international border while promoting legitimate trade. The Zone A Commander, Assistant Comptroller Zaki, also participated in the meeting, highlighting the importance of synergy among customs personnel. No less than 43,750 litres of premium motor spirit PMS worth more than 43,750,000 naira have been intercepted by the Operation Whirlwind in Niger and Kwara axis. The national coordinator of the team, Deputy Comptroller Abubakar Liu, disclosed to newsmen at a news conference for the auctioning of the products. He emphasized that the core mandate of Operation Whirlwind is to curb the diversion and smuggling of petroleum products. The former area comptroller in charge of Muritala Mohammed Airport Command, Michael Awe, has officially left the office after serving the customs for more than 30 years. Retired Comptroller Awe, who hails from Osun State, is happily married with 4 children. While in service, he generated billions of naira into the coffers of the government. He and his men also led the seizures of contraband goods worth billions of naira. Retired Comptroller Awe served in various units of customs. They include CIU, valuation, and special assignments, where he set records and also earned recognition from other past CGs of customs. While at his command, he built and completed a sports complex which was declared open by the Comptroller General of Customs. At the Sanford party organized for him by friends, the retired comptroller was commended for a job well done while in service.
Going to, just like I said, I'm going to dedicate it to the Almighty God, so we're going to call this thing on God's name. G-O-D.
I couldn't believe it, but I have to appreciate Jehovah God, because the omnipresent is the one that knows the hand from beginning. I appreciated him. In fact, during the thick and thin, he has always been there for me. You know, in fact, I just have to appreciate him, because without him, I would have been standing. Because he assisted me. I enjoy his mercy, I enjoy his grace, I enjoy his honor. And I have to appreciate my boss, CGC Adewale Bashir. He has been so awesome. He's a manager. He's somebody that believes in hard work. I quite believe it's because of the hard work that I was able to secure the extension through his recommendation to the president. He's a manager, he's a man of honor, and I appreciated them. And I have to thank all my officers, MMAC, without their cooperation, I wouldn't have achieved that milestone, because I was able to, make a difference in the area of revenue and enforcement. It's due to our cooperation and God's guidance. By the grace of God, under the administration of CGC Wale Adeneye, custom will go, they will go places. They will go higher because of lot of the policies being put in place, and I quite believe it's going to yield positive results in the near future, and customs will go higher.
The Customs Area Controller in charge of Tinkan Customs Command has also continued to raise more revenue for the country. According to the Area Controller, it says that its revenue will continue to surpass as they implement government policies to the letter.
At a time when efficiency and accountability are pivotal to Nigeria's fiscal stability, the Tinkan Island Port Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has distinguished itself as a formidable revenue engine powered by disciplined leadership and operational precision under Comptroller Frank Okechukwu Onyeka. True to John Maxwell's timeless words, Onyeka exemplifies leadership by example, one who not only understands the system, but navigates it effectively and inspires others to follow suit. Simply put, he is a master of the customs terrain. In February 2026 alone, the command generated an impressive 120.46 billion naira, up from 103.61 billion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2025. This 16.8 billion naira year-on-year increase goes beyond mere numbers. It reflects a deeper transformation in governance, enforcement, and stakeholder collaboration.
Just before I round up this week's edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Controller General of Customs welcomed Mr. President to Ogun State, where he officially commissioned the Federal Operation Units in the state. For me, Egeseme Engineer, thanks for watching.